Thought there? These Jewish Christians had all been circumcised as infants or upon conversion to Judaism, and they also practiced the kosher dietary laws and rules of ritual purity prescribed in the Mosaic legislation and rabbinic tradition. Furthermore, they were still worshiping at the temple in Jerusalem. Did you know it? They thought that accepting Jesus as the Messiah was now an enhancement to their Judaism. And none of them were ready to leave Judaism. They didn't catch it right away. And this is the mindset that Paul's working against as he writes to the Galatians. Because what was happening? Especially as Gentiles were now joining the church. What were they telling the Gentiles?
You got to become a Jew.
You have to be, well, you got to be what? You have to be circumcised. What else do you have to do? You have to follow all the laws of Moses. You have to follow the rabbinical instructions. And the Mishnah had a great deal of influence too. Follow these man-made laws in the Mishnah. In other words, just one step up, but still find ourselves what? God's people. And there was the problem. There was no what? There really was no separation. And that is what Paul's dealing with. And what these Judaizers were telling, especially the churches in Galatia that they had gone into, and again, a Judaizer is a Jew who becomes a Christian. See, they're still Christian. What they were telling the people in Galatia was, now folks, you don't have to listen to Paul. After all, Paul wasn't one of the what? He wasn't one of the original apostles. He's not one of the original 12. So you don't have to listen to him. As a matter of fact, Paul is some soft-hearted liberal. And this soft-hearted liberal, you know what he's talking about? He's talking about free grace. And we know that nothing is free. And so, you Gentiles, you have to earn the favor and the love of God like we Jews have to. You have to earn it. And Paul looked at this, and he heard what was going on in those Galatian churches, and he declared there is a major crisis going on here. And I better get a letter off. And that's why he writes it in what kind of style? In a deposition style. Because he has to certify now, not only the gospel that he taught, but before they'll listen to the gospel he taught, he had to certify what? Himself as an official what? Apostle, as a true apostle. Sent by God. And so he had to get that clear. So, you have to earn the favor and love of God. Do you believe that?